People taking profits on Father's Day.
Welcome back, everyone. We are seeing Bitcoin do what it should do as it's been over leveraged. It's finally going down now. But we broke through our trend resistance lines and our support lines. We've been seeing large movements off of these lines. How did I find these lines? We're going to go back, show you guys how to find these lines really quick. Let me take off my shorts. Let's go back to this volatile movement that we had on the upside, right? When you guys see candles and you see a push like this to the upside, you have to understand that these candles, they moved up so fast, right? They shot up there. This candle, we had some consolidation here. And then we had this candle right here that just shot up as well. We're going to take all three of these candles. We're going to clone them. And then we're going to show you exactly, let me take off some of the indicators real quick. But we're going to clone these and we're going to move them to the side. This is why we dipped, because we broke through these levels, right? Right here was the first one, right? We broke right through this. So we had a support line by this volatile movement. And once we broke through this, we had this large push to the downside. This is what happens when you have something rise up too fast. It's going to come down fast if it does reach that point. So we're going to clone this one. What happened here? This was the consolidation zone, right? We kind of had some consolidation in this zone. And then once we broke this trend resistance down here, and there's also one that I had from earlier, but let's delete this and show you this part right here. And I didn't make this circle big enough, but you guys get the point. We dropped through here, right? This area right here was because of this candle that we had, right? We had too much of a push to the upside, so we were going to have a large push on the downside. And why did we drop so fast here? Probably because of this candle on this side as well. You can move this over, right? This is just how the market works. This is how market structure works. When you go up too fast, you're going to come down fast if you do come down, right? And we did come down. Why did we come down, guys? Well, I'll tell you one thing. We have too many longs in, and everyone is bullish on the market. We've been bearish, so that's a good thing that these people didn't switch bearish because we got a lot of liquidity from them. But we need to make sure to understand that. Look at this weekly chart of the longs versus the shorts. This is still not a dip. This is still not a dip whatsoever, right? We don't have any of these shorts showing their true colors. We aren't there yet, right? If we look at the monthly, guys, look at, still haven't reached any sort of point where these longs right here have come down. We've just kept on going higher, higher, and higher. This is June 1st, by the way. So we'll see on July 1st what this is looking like. But my guess is it's still going to be extremely, extremely high. If we go on the 2-day, right, still haven't seen a large dip really. We're just having a little bit of a pullback right here. If we slam down this red candle, we could be experiencing those 20K levels. Too many longs are open right now, right? Look at the month, look at the weekly. We haven't had any sort of push to the downside on the weekly. All right, nothing, right? Yes, I did tell you guys about the dildo longs and that they were going to get screwed. And what did we see? These dildo longs still haven't gotten screwed. This looks like a giant candle to the upside. What happens when you go up fast, right? You go down fast. Let's go look at the past, right? We went up fast, we went down fast. We went up fast, we went down fast. It's just gravity, right? It's not gravity, but it's just how this market works. And we really haven't seen too much of a downside yet. Even though we see this, still a lot of longs that are still in, right? We still see an extreme amount of longs on the monthly, and that should be concerning to you. That should be quite concerning to you if you guys are holding. Not telling you to panic sell, not giving you financial advice, but we still could have quite a while to go. And we're going to have some consolidation at some point, right? I'm just waiting as of right now for this trend to break that we're currently in. What do you mean this trend to break? Well, we want to see push to the upside, right? All the indicators that you could have in the world right now are telling you, they have been telling you that we're at a low, buy, right? This is why you guys can't be using indicators. You have to understand market structure as well. If you're just using indicators, you're going to get wrecked. You need to implement market structure to indicators. What is market structure? Well, market structure is We'll just go through the first one that can really help you pinpoint this. We'll go deeper into market structure, but we have a trend line, right? This is a trend line. We see that momentum shifted to the upside right here, right? Momentum shifted to the upside right here. And then when we broke through this trend line, we had a large push to the downside. And we saw that this didn't really give up, right? This is still a consolidation right here. We didn't have a large movement to the upside that would be triggering us to buy. We just had some push to the downside, consolidation, and then we broke back down again. We want to see some consolidation and then a push up, right? We want to see a push up before we're even going to consider buying, right? We buy on the retest, so we're waiting for the push up, then we're waiting for the retracement down, then we're waiting for the retest to really get into this. So we do still have this resistance line that probably needs to be get through for us to see some bullish activity. But as of right now, we're just going to sit back and we're going to watch Bitcoin and try and figure out exactly how we can approach buying. I'll be answering a lot of your questions. But we have to understand New York's open right now. New York was behind a lot of this. I can guarantee you that. They probably had quite a lot of longs entered in. And we need to understand that we also have the death cross. As people always talk about the death cross, the death cross, the death cross. We're going to go to indicators. I'm going to find the good old death cross. But the death cross is used by retail investors, right? You guys have to understand death cross isn't too significant. It's just really showing momentum in the market, but it's used by, if you guys see every single person talking about the death cross on YouTube, you want to know what's going to happen, right? Retailers are going to get screwed over because once this crosses, this is a lagging indicator. We're already dropped, right? We already dropped when this cross is hit, okay? But it does signify a bear market, but we've already dropped when it hits. It's lagging. You have to understand that. It does not matter if this cross happens and you're able to see it. No, you're going to short before this cross happens, or you would have started shorting once we saw some other indicators that kind of the volume indicators and also key EMA levels that we dipped underneath, especially the 400-day as well on the 3-hour chart shows a lot. We've went through that in the past, but we see this death cross approaching. Yeah, it's going to hit, guys, but we had the dip before it hit. So if you're looking to short when this death cross hits, you should have done it before, right? You should have done it before. It does not make sense to short once you see a death cross, because once that death cross is out, probably going to bring the market back up, because that's where the liquidity is going to be. It's going to be on the upside. But right now, the liquidity is on the longs. They're probably going to drop this a little bit more. They could consolidate it, push it back up. I'm just going to wait for that trend to break to really make a decision. But right now, we're still in a downtrend. Still no really, there's still no reason to buy right now. There's still absolutely no reason to buy right now. Doesn't matter how low we get. Doesn't matter what happens. We haven't seen the trend get broken yet. We haven't seen the retest. Why would we be buying? We're not, right? We're going to be going through the process of buying. This is not financial advice, just going to be showing you my thought process and how I approach the situation. Going to be throwing on some EMA levels as well, and throwing on some indicators, just a few of them, right? I am in the Discord chat right now, so we're going to have some people in here, right? Candlesticks, are you here?
I am here.
All right, you guys just probably got ear raped, but it's all good. We see this RSI indicator right here. This is RSI EMA bands, and this is a really good indicator to kind of see exactly when we do cross through this white or yellow line right here. Use this on the 1 hour most of the time, right? When we do cross over this white to yellow line right here, it's a good time to be looking for the downside movement. When it crosses on the upside, it's a good time to be looking for the upside movement, right? When we go up, you guys need to understand that a lot of these people will try and force some of these indicators down your throat, but I'm just saying that some of these indicators are very, very easy if you guys look into them. But for the most part, right, you just need to know market structure, right? You can use indicators to kind of figure out exactly where you're going to be somewhat getting confirmation at, but you're using market structure to really get that entry order in, right? Indicators are for confirmation. Market structure and TA is for how you're going to be able to accomplish that buy zone. Why would you buy here when these indicators tell you to buy here? You're not going to do that, right? You're going to buy here because it looks like we broke through this trend resistance and we're going to break out to the upside. All these indicators are showing shift in money flow, shift in shift in momentum, and that's really where you get it from, right? Also, this is an indicator that I've been using. I know a lot of you guys probably have trouble with these channels. You guys have trouble with your support, your resistance. This is the RMR channel, right? Have settings on this one for channel multiplier 2, length 100, line width 200, right? But look at, guys, it has a support line right here. What happened when it broke this support? Boom, we shot to the downside, right? When you break through support and you really see that large volatile movement, we came back right to the support level, bounced off of it, not looking like we have too much momentum on the upside. But when we come down really fast, we normally have some sort of push to the upside, but we haven't had confirmation yet, so there's really no reason to be looking at buying anything, right? I'm not going to be taking out my shorts. I've been shorting since this 41 level, since this line right here, right? Just draw a basic trend resistance all the way back from around, let's throw it on the 8-hour. Throw on a trend resistance all the way back from this level up here. We have 1, 2, 3 touches on the top, and we had 1, 2, 3 touches on this one as well. You don't need to see multiple touches, right? I mean, yeah, you need to see multiple touches with these trend resistance. You're looking for at least 1 to 3, or I would say 3 plus, honestly. But yeah, that panned out. Looking at these trend lines, they really do work, guys. It's just a matter of you practicing and accomplishing that. We are seeing some upside at this level right here. Let's go on the smaller time frame and assess the situation. A little bit of a momentum switch, but if we can't get these candles, gain these candles, break this EMA, we're not going to see anything happen. We still have this resistance level right here as well, because when resistance or when support gets broke through, we have it turn into a resistance, right? So this is still a resistance line. This trend line is, and we have a resistance up here, but at some point, probably going to have some switching momentum to the upside. Things don't go down forever, right? Let's get through some questions. Do you think ETH 1500 is possible? Yep. We'll go into Ethereum possibly later, but we're going to focus on Bitcoin. When this trend line gets broken through, I'm going to be possibly thinking about putting in some sort of long, right? But not right now. Right, we got a bull on this candle. We see momentum start to shift upwards, but look at, we had momentum shift upwards here on this candle right here. Right, we went down after, so definitely be careful with this. We are breaking back into this trend line right here on the 7-minute. Let's see if we can break past this EMA, and let's start making some support and resistance levels.
You want me to grab some questions out of the Discord?
Yeah, grab some questions out of the Discord.
Alrighty.
You want.
Okay, we have some very basic questions here. I just joined crypto and see all these dips and dumping. How will I know when we're at the bottom? And is it safe to buy now?
All right, so how do you know that we're at the bottom? You simply do not know, right? Crypto is a place where it is not really predictable. I would say the bottom, you don't know. Is it safe to buy now? Not until we break a trend and we show significant upside. And if you put in your goddamn stop loss, it's safe to buy. But right now, right, with all of these shorts or with all of these longs in, right, what are longs? Do you know what longs are? Probably not. But this is the leverage that people are putting on for the upside, right? It's basically if someone has $100, they put 10x leverage on, that's $1,000. And if the price goes down 10%, that long disappears. And we have too many longs than shorts. Everyone's talking about the short squeeze. Everyone's extremely bullish. And they're forgetting to look at what the hell are the longs looking like, right? You could talk about the upside all you want, but you need to look at the downside as well. You could look at the short squeeze, you could look at whatever, but why not look at the other side, right? And that's what people fail to do, and that's where a lot of this hopium comes from. But as of right now, we went down, what, like 10%? Might have an upside movement when we break trend, but not yet. Don't see that happening yet. Until it happens, I'll let you know, right? let them go. Let the questions go. We're in Discord, guys, by the way. If you want to join the Discord, you have to be able to put in some work or else you will get purged. If you guys want to stay on this channel and get educated, I'm going to be posting a lot of educational content, getting you guys prepared and getting you guys ready for any situation that hits you, and getting you the ability to trade is very important and do great investing. A lot of you guys need to learn investing as well, not only TA.
You want me to slap the Discord invite in the chat there?
Yeah. I'll mod you. What's your name?
I'll put a little dot. There I am. See me in the chat?
Yep.
Now I'm exposed.
So we tested off of this right here. We do have some support at this level. I'm going to move this down. Yeah. We could just have some consolidation is what I see. And then until we see that significant breakout, right? We're not going to see it until we break out from this consolidation, which is what this trend line is representing, right? This trend line is representing some sort of consolidation area, right? If we don't break out of it, we're going to keep going down, or we're going to consolidate. We want to catch it when it breaks out and then it retests. That's when you catch it, right? When it goes like this, when you go woo, and then you retest, and then you break out to the upside, there's always going to be a retest. And we're setting our stop loss right below here. So if it does dip back down, we didn't waste too much money. It's a very, very great way of trading, and the only way to trade, in my opinion, if you want to be successful. We'll do tutorial videos on how to do these trend lines and support lines. Can show you somewhat in this stream.
Hey, another question. We got a lot of my friends were talking about investing in crypto in the last couple of weeks because prices were so low again. I kind of ached in. How soon do you think I could see returns, or am I taking a bigger risk than their enthusiasm is letting on?
All right, so he has a ape problem. Is that what I'm hearing?
He has an ape problem.
All right, so I feel bad for you, man. But what you should do is you should try and learn as much as you can, right, before even getting into crypto, right? There's going to be some sort of click that goes on your brain. Maybe it's a month from now or 2 weeks from now. You're going to be like, that's the stupidest thing anyone said to me. But there's a whole learning curve when getting into crypto, and it starts with learning TA, right? You have to be able to learn TA if you want to be successful in crypto. If you just want to invest in crypto for the long term, you still have to understand TA, because when's the bottom coming, right? A lot of people that do TA, right, they didn't even know that we were going to dip. They thought we were going to around 50K, 100K, whatever it might be. It's going to be probably a little bit before we get to those levels, especially with the volume decreasing, and the historical data is really pointing towards bear market. As you guys can see, look how low the volume was when we were at the top. This is bull market volume, right? This is bull market volume. This is bear market or top volume right here. Go back to 2017, show you that, right? So here's 2017. Here's 2017 bull market volume, decrease in volume, decrease, bear market volume, bear, 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 bear. You guys see how we went up? We had this top, right? We had a top and then we went down. That's the exact same thing we saw. There's not enough volume, not enough liquidity. If you have an ape problem, there's a bunch of people like you, and it's okay. You didn't lose it all, man. There's a lot of people who have lost it all, but gaining the knowledge on TA and how to trade will help you out significantly in making smart decisions in crypto. This is why I'm trying to get these tutorial videos out there as soon as possible, going from 0 to 100 on exactly how to trade, how to research and invest in crypto, and do it so you can stay consistently making profits. Don't watch YouTube, by the way. Also, YouTube's the worst place to get advice. You guys need to be reading books, and I'm basically going to be making tutorial videos that they're not books, but they're going to be extremely to the point, and how do you do this and that, and things that are very important that you need to know, like trend lines, resistance, supports, market structure, what happens if we break through this line, what are we most likely going to see, stop loss, right? You need to be entering your stop loss. We already know that. And entry order, like if you guys are going to be buying something, you need to have a plan before you buy it. Like, when are you going to sell it, right? When are you going to sell it? You have no idea. But yes, things on that line.
All right, hold up. Just got a little indie sauce here.
All right.
Okay.
By the way, TA is not proven in crypto space yet. Is TA not proven yet? And did use TA course off myself. So TA is not proven yet. Apparently to George. George said that. That's such a George comment. TA works, all right? TA does work. I'm
Okay.
just kidding, George. It's all right.
Next question. I've never traded before, but obviously the market goes up and down. How can I tell that we're on a good trend line to jump in on? And is there any kind of cue or cues for me to look for?
So new to crypto, it goes up and down, right? So we see crypto go up and down. Is there any good cues to jump in on and trend lines? Like what you're waiting for is you're waiting for, especially if you're new, you're waiting for market structure to break, right? Right here, we were in a downtrend, right? We see this downtrend. Let me zoom in a little bit, right? We see a downtrend, right? See a downtrend, we see a downtrend, we see downtrend. This is still really consolidation, right? You might have bought in this candle right here. This was the fake out, right? But you would have probably lost, right? 1-2% maybe. But we would have saw this downtrend. We would have bought in down here once we broke out right around this level. And what you're waiting for is a change in market structure. You're waiting for this downtrend to break upwards, and then you're buying. Or you're waiting for this upward structure, like so, like this upward structure, to break down, and then you're shorting, right? That's all you're doing. You're just trying a basic trend line of what's the trend in the market right now, right? Let's draw this trend from this first bullish stick all the way up here, right? All the way up here, right? When did we break out of this, right? It was somewhere along this level when we broke down from this. We broke down on this candle, but this wasn't the retest for this zone. This was the retest on this candle, but we broke through. So possibly you would have bought in on this candle at 40K too short and pushed the market down. Would have set a tight stop loss of around 1-2%. I would have set my stop loss at around 41K. And let's map out how much percent you could have made from just using your basic trend lines of where is the breakout, when is the market structure changing. We're in an uptrend. We see the retest. Then we're going to buy on the next candle. Oh, we lost 2%. We're going to wait for the next one, right? We bought on this candle, and we're going to short it down. When do we get out of our shorts, right? When do we get out of our shorts? Once we see the market change, right? It would have been around 12%, and you would have set a, let's just move this up here. You would have set around a 2% stop loss with a 6.38 risk reward ratio. That's insanely good, right? A 6.38 risk reward ratio. You guys don't get that in the stock market. You don't get that anywhere. You only get this in crypto because it's such a volatile space that's based behind hodl by the dip, hodl by the dip. TA is irrelevant. TA doesn't work. But I'm telling you right now, it does work. And it's so important that you realize how important TA is during the fact of looking at it at a volatility stage. Crypto is so volatile. There's so many opportunities from a TA perspective to really make money.
Okay. We got I'm new as glue. I keep getting licked out because my stop loss is too close. However, trying to keep it tight in order to keep my ratio at least 1-3. I think he's referring to his risk to reward ratio.
Right.
It's 1-4
So
right now.
So your problem is you're getting in probably too early, right? You're probably trying to get in right when the structure breaks, not on the retest. And you need to understand that what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your stop loss, right? You're trying to get your stop loss at the first or above the second wick that you're going to see, right? So let's say we draw this trend line right here, for example. Let's say that we're trying to buy for the upside, right? We're probably going to be putting our stop loss below this wick unless they try and fake us out. But that's the whole idea of crypto, right? Or the idea of trading is if you have your risk to reward ratio and you get wicked out twice or 3 times and you have a 1-3 ratio, that's still, you're still somewhat breaking even. But you need to understand that if you are very, very relaxed on your trades and you're waiting for the perfect opportunity, you don't need to be trading the 5-minute or the 25 or whatever it might be. You could be trading the 1 hour, the 2 hour, and I promise you that if you just follow these trends, and if you are actually willing to learn, I'm not promising you, but I'm just saying that if you are actually going to pay attention and learn how these things operate, market structure, and you're waiting for the clear significant breakout, putting your stop loss, let's say we break out to the upside right here, right? We break out to the upside. We're going to be putting our buy order in at the retest and putting our stop loss probably below the second line right here. And, you know, it could get wicked down, right? But if that happens, it happens. Then you're waiting for the pushback upwards, or you're waiting for the price to come back down. Because if we break down, right? If we break down and we retest this area and it's a significant breakdown, we're going to be putting a short order here and then putting our stop loss right here, right? Like that. But I would not trade against the trend, guys, right? It's very, very risky trading against the trend. But that is why you make sure that if you guys are new, read the damn books, and I will be doing the tutorial videos as well. The books cover every single thing that I just mentioned. I know it's hard for you guys to picture it from a word perspective, but I will try and give you visual effects.
And what is the ratio of wins they should be looking for?
That all depends on your risk to reward. Some of the most successful traders have a 40 to 50% risk reward, or 40% to 50% success rate, but they have a 2 to 3 to 1 ratio of, if I lose 2 trades and I win 1, I'm still winning, right? I'm still winning. And you have to realize that your risk to reward ratio, you click on trading view, you click on this short long position, right? And you guys can measure it out right here, right? You guys can do it right off this site and try and get in your trade. You're taking profits. Once you hit that support or that resistance level on whichever one has a lot of support resistance, you're trying to get 2 of them. So let's say I'm shorting, right? I'm trying to take some profits. Let's say it bounces up here, retest. I'm trying to take my profits. I would set it up something that looks along the lines of this, right? Would look somewhere along the line of this right here, where I would be going for both of these supports, right? Or these resistances, excuse me. So I'd make this a little bit wider, right? Go. So if we broke out to the upside, I would be buying in right around this level. Actually, let me move this up. Be buying around this level, and we saw the trend change. I would be buying around this level with a 4 to 1 ratio, taking profits at this line, taking profits at this line. Very, very easy to understand. Very, very easy to lay out. Need to know a little bit more about market structure. I do not want you guys trading unless you have gotten a paper trading account from 1K to 100K. You need to be confident when you're trading. If you guys are still unfamiliar, always practice. The more you practice, the more this will make sense.
And that nervousness will affect your trading.
I never said it was going to go up, guys. I'm just saying that, you know, it could go up. We could have a trend reversal, but, you know, it could go down. But we're going to wait for confirmation. I'll get into some altcoins, right? What's Waves doing? Going down.
Everything.
Looking for the trend reversal. Yeah, we're looking for a trend reversal with all of these coins. That's all we're looking for. With Bitcoin especially. When Bitcoin reverses, every single one of these altcoins will reverse to the upside as well. We're just waiting for the change in momentum. And Matic could come down here, guys. This is my buying spots for Matic. This 122, 119, 117. Matic's still hanging up at 133. Even though we had a dip not too long ago, and Matic came all the way down here, right? Matic's a little bit overbought.
So you could say Matic is popular.
Yeah, it's popular by the retail investors, right?
What it says here? What is it that you check for the weekly longs and shorts? Is that the volume chart? I think he's referring to the.
This is called OI space BTC. You go into here, you look up OI BTC. There it is.
Are you referring to the other chart, the longs and the shorts?
Yep, that's it.
This volume.
This volume? I'm confused. Did I not show it?
That's what he wanted to say. Yeah, that chart.
All right, sweet. Yeah, that helps a lot. That helps quite a lot. We'll go in the daily, guys. Death cross is coming. Death cross is coming, right? Basically, it already happened because we did have this push down. It's a lagging indicator. You have to take that into consideration. So this is the death cross push, right? We could go down, right? But things that happen that are lagging, this is a lagging indicator, meaning it's like a day behind. And you have to understand that when this is lagging, right? What's going to happen? You always see the push down when the death cross happens, but it's lagging. So we see that push actually happen a day before, right?
Might have a little more advanced question here. They wanted you to review the weekend theory, the Sunday and Saturday liquidation movements that we see, and possibly inverting it when the market catches on to that trend.
All right, so the weekend and the weekend liquidation theory, it's I mean, low volatility on the weekends. People trade on the weekends, and most of them are not going to be able to hang, right? Because they're getting low volatility. All it takes is a few whales to pump up the price. Doesn't take much for whales to pump up the price when they do have that low volatility. Not too many orders are in the order book, right? And they can easily do it. So I mean, that's the theory, right? I mean, I'm not sure what the theory is. What is there a certain like riddle to it?
Not sure that was the question.
All right. Well, right here we see, guys, look at this. Low volume green candlesticks. What happens? We went over this. When we have bullish volume and it's low, we normally see downside. Look, it happened right here. 1, 2, 3, boom, to the downside, right? Low bullish volume, downside, right? Low bullish volume, downside, right? So we could be aiming up for another drop.
Going the other direction now, a little bit of a newer question. If we were trying to DCA for the long term, should we be adding it to our position at different spots as it goes down, or wait till we find a bottom in air quotes?
I would definitely learn about some more TA yourselves, because if you're going to be investing for the long term, I mean, it's not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you to learn about TA, but we'll be getting into some great long-term positions when they do come. I don't see them here yet, as we have just kind of started this descent down. As you guys can look at the volume, right? We still haven't gotten this extremely, extremely low volume yet, right? This is bull market volume, bull market volume. We're looking for low volume, lower prices. Not sure how low we'll go, but I do think that we're not there yet. So probably, I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when those long-term positions are going to come.
Now we've got the obligatory. Do you think that we are in a bear market, and could we hold shorts for the next few months?
Do you think no, I would not. I mean, that depends what leverage you're using. I would have said to wait to get in around this 40 to 40K, 41, 39, 38K. They will rise the market if you have a low leverage on, 2x leverage. Wouldn't be the worst idea. But you have to understand that you really need to go into a leverage trade at a certain point in the TA, right? Once we break the trend again, right? Once we break an uptrend, that's when you're going to be leverage trading. Don't do it randomly right now just because you have the FOMO effect on the leverage. There's no reason to do that. You need to wait for a trend reversal. If you're trying to go leverage a short long term, you need to wait for that trend reversal on, let's say, the hour or the 2 hour. You want to see a significant trend reversal before you even think about doing that. It'd be trend reversal to the downside. If you had to buy 3 coins today that you could only sell in a year, which ones would you recommend in the highest gains, in your opinion, of course? Well, I would be looking at shorting 3 coins and holding them for a year. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm not sure about that question. Definitely Ethereum would be in one of those 3. Let's go look at my my watch list, right? So Ethereum is definitely going to be up there. Maybe Matic. I've already gotten this Matic at very, very low prices, and I don't see this one running up as much as some of these other ones. I would say Ethereum is more likely to be your hedge on the market of safety. Like you hold your Ethereum, you're holding something safe. That's completely feasible, right? I'd probably look at getting one high cap, right? Ethereum, and then getting one sort of one low cap. I'm not going to shill a low cap, right? That will come once we're in the bear market. So I would just say Ethereum's a safe bet. Possibly. Yeah, I don't want to say anything, and then on that side of things, it's just right now not seeing the levels that I want. When they do come, I will make some sort of video. I'm going to teach you how to research so you can pick the best 3 coins in your opinion. Because people saying the best coins, guys, you have to understand that most of these coins, they don't have products, they don't have use case, but what they do have is great marketing, and they're only making money because people are investing in them, right? They haven't really created anything yet. They haven't really, released any products yet. They're just there, right? They need to have some sort of marketing team to be extremely overvalued. We see a lot of these coins that are extremely overvalued that have no product. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And holding those for the long term isn't a good idea. In 2017, 2018, we saw all these coins that were up 90, 100, 200, 500% in the bull market, right? Thousands of percents in the bull market. They went down in the bear market 90, 80, even 95, 98%.
So swing it the other way instead of holding them. What would be the best ones? The question was the top 3 alts, but let's go with what would be the best 3 for volatility to trade during this market time?
I would just suggest Bitcoin right now. But first of all, this is my volatile list, right? This is my volatile list that I have here, or at least that I have on YouTube. I can pull up my other volatile list that I have on my other computer and share that. But let's get into that. I'll pull up some of those coins. Definitely KSM's up around 3.2% in the past hour. Things are kind of recovering for them. Wow, I can't believe that. That's crazy. Let's see which coins are down the most today. So we have AMP, we have Quant. What?
ICP.
Oh, you want to pull up the chart for ICP?
Yeah, let's pull up ICP. Take a look at that.
What happened?
ICP.
Right. Yeah.
I just seen a couple comments on it. Swing that one up.
All right. So there was a lot of cryptos. ICP does have like actual use case. It just got released at such a high price. But guys, look what can happen, right? Even cryptos that have more use case than other cryptos, right? They have clients, they have use case. They go down 98% because they came out at such a high price. They didn't have a fan base. They didn't have a following before they came out. What happened, right? Let's look.
The putter?
What?
Would you call that pattern the putter?
The putter? Like a golf putter?
Like it's going... You see it.
ICP will be a good buy in the bear market, though. I can tell you that as well. It's got released too high.
Seeing a lot of...
Got released at the wrong time as well. How can we join the Discord? The link says invite is invalid. These shorts are something else. No, these longs are something else. There's way too many longs in there.
I was grabbing them. The link there.
Make sure to hit the like button, guys.
Smash that bell notification.
All right, so we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have Cardano. ICP is not needed. The demand for it is not there. It is there. J Salam Salad. Ethereum needs some more security through their network, and it's really going to help them in the long run. I can guarantee you that. But they just got priced way too high, and it came out at the wrong time. It's just they didn't have a community behind their coin, right? Cardano, though, has a great community behind their coin.
801.
I would not be trading right now. You say, if you had a trade, would you be trading right now? No, I did not. I would not have a trade right now because we don't see market structure breaking right now. We don't see it happening. When it does happen, could be some great opportunities for trades. What am I talking about? When we break through a certain support level, we retest, or we break through some certain resistance level and retest. When we see the volume is looking good, might take a little peek at my indicators that I have down here, line them up, see how they're doing, see if they're showing some momentum in the market, right? You don't need to be using indicators though, right? You don't need to be using indicators. You guys can just stick to one indicator, two indicators, and just use those.
Speaking of indicators, question is, which indicator combinations should be used along with trend lines? And do they differ based on type? I'm not sure what.
You could just use Socratic, I think. Socratic RSI. I could throw that on because I know everyone's familiar with that. Let's use Socratic RSI, right? Whoops. All right, let me pull up a new chart. I'll pull up a new chart for you guys. Yeah, X out of all of these indicators, right? X. So we're just going to be using Socratic RSI. I know you guys are all familiar with this one because every single person uses it, right? So we'll start off with this one. I'll do a whole video on indicators, right? So on the 8-minute, we're showing overbought, right? Could have another dip, right? But look how long we've been bouncing off the bottom. We bounced off the bottom right here. None of my indicators showed this bottom right here. So you can't take these indicators seriously, right? They're just showing you some sort of confirmation. If you see market structure is broken and you want to be putting in some sort of long or some sort of short, and let's say you're putting in a short and we're at the top, that's just another form of confirmation. You see that we broke structure. You're like, I think we're going to go down. I'm going to look at my RSI, right? And that's just another form of confirmation, right? Look at on the daily. We're really not that low, guys, with this Socratic RSI. Like, this is showing that, you know, we just kind of started to go down right now. Not too much, you know. We still could have a far, far way down. But, you know, it's just another confirmation indicator, right? How would I trade it between trend lines? Is that the question? So we'll form some sort of channel right here, right? You see how we're in a downtrend? You guys are taking your trend line right here. Here's your trend line. Star it so you can have it up here. Just gonna draw a little simple trend line, right? Let's say we saw that we were bouncing off these candles right here. What you guys could do is you could double click, pull up your Socratic. You see that we're at the top. If we're in a downtrend, you guys will be shorting the tops of the downtrend, right? You can't really trade this one too well, but once we have a top like this, yes, you can. Well, this was a solid indicator of a downtrend because this one was violent. But what I would be doing, right, is once it reaches the top of this trend line and it reaches the top of your Socratic, put it in a short, right? Put it in a short. And you could do it the opposite way as well, right? We don't just, guys, I'm not a bearish channel. We're strictly unemotional here. We don't care about shorting or longing. We're just trying to be profitable, man. We're just trying to get by. You know. So here we're at the bottom, right? We see a trend switch, right? Here we're at a bottom. You would buy down here because we picked up this trend line, and we have a support level right here as well that I drew based off of these supports. And bounced off of this level, would sell up here when you're too high. And you guys would have maybe possibly bought right here, but you set your stop loss very, very minimal. So you would have just gotten stopped out. But when you see the trend direction switch, right? We see this trend switch. Would have been entering in some shorts around this level when we were super high. Hopefully that makes sense. We will be doing it live, so...
Speaking about the lows, this guy says if we're ever going to break out from the trend to the upside, when is the long dips likely going to happen?
What do you mean the long dips?
He's asking for the long dips. When does he get the long dips?
All right. When does someone get the long dips? Whenever you retest, and it's not going to happen every time, but like I said, If you have a 40 to 50% success rate and you're using a 3-to-1 ratio or 2-to-1 ratio, you can be considered as an amazing trader, right? An absolutely amazing trader. You don't need to get every single trade right. But with these trend lines, I've noticed that around 70 to around 75 to 80%, it depends what time frame I'm looking at. It's right. So that's an extremely great percentage rate for that. It's just the long dips, they do happen, right? But when you see that uptrend, you're just taking profits. If it goes back down, you know, if it breaks through that trend again and you already took your profits, I mean, that's just the name of the game. You're just trying to make a few percent a day, and then you're gaining out of the market if you're new, especially. But you can't be greedy. You can't be greedy in this type of market ever, or else that's when you guys will lose the most at some point, right? You need to stay structured. You need to have a strategy. You need to write it down. And that's what we're going to be doing with these tutorial videos. I'm actually going to post the first one, which is going to be how to use TradingView.
Speaking about whatever we were just talking about, the portfolio is down about 38%. We got a couple of these portfolios down, and they've been getting a strategy from somewhere. Should they continue to hold?
So is holding your strategy, right? Is holding your strategy? Is that the
yeah, it's not their strategy. It's a strategy they're hearing to just hold. Should they keep following that?
No. You guys should put a stop loss, right? This is your first thing. I'm not a financial advice, but what I would do from a personal opinion would be I would set a stop loss, you know, let's say if we're in a downtrend right now, right? You guys never want to be trading against the trend. So why would you be buying unless we break trend and we show momentum upwards? It's not smart, right? And you've been buying, not trying to make fun of you, man, but you've been buying when we're in a downtrend still. You've been buying and holding when we're in a downtrend still. You don't want to be buying and holding on the investment side of thing unless we're clearly in an uptrend, or else you're risking quite a lot, right? You're risking quite a lot. We've been in a downtrend for quite a while. Actually, we've been in a downtrend since this dip right here at 49. We had a little bit of an uptrend, broke through that. And this is really where the serious downtrend of buy the dip, hodl, right, really came into fruition. But I would say set your stop loss, right? Let's say you bought, I'm not sure when you bought, but I would just set a stop loss at the bottom of wherever your trend is right now. Maybe you set one that's 3-4% away, and you keep on moving it up. But if it breaks through to the upside, which is possible, guys, even though we had the death cross, we can still have a breakout to the upside because we're unemotional, right? We don't think death cross happened. It's impossible. It's impossible, right? Everything could be possible, but we're just waiting for the trigger on when to get in and when to put that entry in, which is when we see a direct switch in momentum and we see some bearish patterns forming or some bullish patterns forming. But I would just say set your stop loss at the bottom of this trend. I would say possibly around 35K Bitcoin. And then, you know, if we see an uptrend from there, continuously move it up and then get out once we break out of that uptrend. You might hate me, but you got to understand that we're in a volatile market. We're in an extremely, extremely volatile market. And yes, we're down a lot, but in the past, right? And in the charts, it's showing bearishness, right? The volume is a main indicator. Who is getting into crypto, right? Who's getting into crypto, right? Apparently, a lot of people are in the news, but guys, the charts are not showing that. The charts are showing that people are getting out of crypto and less people are coming into crypto. Have we reached the top? Well, to the news articles and to most of your favorite crypto YouTubers, we have not, right? But that's not what the charts are showing from a long-term perspective of volume, right? Volume is how much money is going into the market. It's not there, right? It is not there. We are not going to really see an increase in volume. How are we going to do that? What's going to make that happen? Right? Oh, countries are adopting Bitcoin, but is that really going to change the volume that much? Because it hasn't, right? It hasn't. Institutional demand, we'll have to see about that. I'd rather wait for that to actually happen and see the price increase, then hop in. I probably won't even long, though, to be completely honest with you guys, if we do break this trend, just because I've been shorting all the way up here, been shorting for quite a while, and I do want to see, I obviously want to see some sort of uptrend, but it's still in a downtrend on the long term, right? If we look at the 4 hour, right? If we do have some sort of uptrend, right? I'm going to be looking at this level, probably around this 36 area to put in another short, because if we're still in a downtrend, right, we're probably going to hit this level and then break down again. I'll probably will long here, but I wouldn't advise it. I would continue, follow the trend that we're in, especially on the long term, right? We're still going to be in a downtrend unless we break out of this around 37, 36K, which is very, very hard for Bitcoin to do.
Looking for a good question here. How many bears does it take to catch a bull? Answer that while I find one.
Well, there's a lot of bulls. There's a lot of longs on the bull side, right? You guys think that everyone's shorting the market? No, it's the other way around, guys. There's more longs on the weekly chart, not the daily, right? We'll go into that real quick. So I'm sure you guys have heard of short squeeze, right? Short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze. It's been passed around the block. And it's not true, guys. It is not true. We have more longs than shorts, right? That means that more people are wanting the market to go up than short, which means that in reality, if you were a market maker, you wanted to get as much liquidity as you could, you would just slam the market down, which is what we kind of saw happen once we got to around 28 or that 29K night that we had. It could happen again. Let's see, Bitcoin. I think it's BTC long, and then it's on Bitfinex, which doesn't show most of them. We'll go to all. It's on Bitfinex, I think. All right, here's BTC longs. We'll go into BTC shorts. This is very important for you guys to look at. Here we go, BTC shorts. So here's BTC shorts, right? We throw this on the weekly, right? We're right here, right? We're right here up on the weekly. If you look at the daily, right? If you look at the daily, you're like, holy crap, we went up so high, guys. We went up so high. No way, man. These shorts are going to get liquidated. These whales are going to eat up these shorts. No way. I understand that you guys don't look at the longer time frames, right? Yeah, we're high, but we've had higher short ratios in the past. And yeah, they probably will get liquidated at some point, but we got to look at the longs, guys. We got to look at the longs, BTC long, right? Let's go look at the longs. BTC longs, right? We aren't at all-time highs here, and this is based off percentage, not off of liquidity, right? Look how we are at on the weekly with longs. Guys, we have reached an all-time high. We have reached an all-time high with longs. We're not even close to that with the shorts. We're not even close to that, right? Look where the liquidity is, guys. This is where the money is. This is where, if it's going to go one way, probably going to go down on the longs. Probably going to liquidate these longs, right? Why would you liquidate? If you were a whale, why would you liquidate these shorts? You would liquidate these longs because there's more money here, right? Look at, we're at all-time goddamn highs. A lot of more money in longs than there is shorts. Don't let anyone tell you that, right? It's going to go one way from a probable standpoint of looking at these two graphs. It's probably going to go to the downside for Bitcoin. But that's on the weekly chart, right? That's not even on a day-to-day chart. So you got to be careful with that, right? I'm not saying to short the goddamn market right now. I'm just saying on the weekly chart, it does look like it's going to go down at some point. That's what the weekly chart is showing. The market volatility is due to dumb leverage traders taking too much risk, and big bag holders can liquidate the longs. Yep. A lot of dumb leverage traders. You guys need to get educated on leverage trading before even entering into it. But all that dumb money that is in crypto, there's so much. There's so much, and it's really something that you won't find in any other market. Thoughts on Uniswap? They still have pretty high fees. I use them sometimes, not often. I normally use exchanges. I have used Uniswap though for some altcoins back in the day. Grew up Uniswap. Let's see how much Uniswap is down from all-time highs, right? Down 11% today, right? Down 11% today. Wow. All right, we're gonna go to all-time highs. Uniswap still has some room to drop, guys. We could go down to this $12 level for Uniswap. I can bet we can. only down 56% from all-time highs. That's not bad considering some altcoins are down a lot more. But Uniswap does have revenue. They do make revenue, and they're a respectable company, so I do respect that they're not as down as much as these other altcoins. I do actually think that Uniswap is going to be something that is not going to absolutely tank like some of these other altcoins with no revenue. But when you're in a bear market, you don't have as much money coming in through these exchanges. These exchanges are going to dip quite a lot. Want to know why, guys? Because of there's not as much people buying and selling in the market, right? These exchanges right now are making an absolute killing, right now because of all the traders and all of the fees.
Questions here, or we got your thoughts on Mirror Protocol today. Did you see that one?
Mirror Protocol? Is that what you said? Mirror Protocol?
Yep, MIR.
Mirror?
Yep.
All right, we'll throw it up. Isn't it up like four? It was up like a bunch today.
Yeah, it did something nice yesterday.
What's it? What did it do right now? Right? Oh, this is today. Look at what happened. Some news got released. Yeah, some news got released. Right? It went up 50%. Look how fast this came down, guys. Look how fast this came down. It was up 50%. Look at in one day, what did this do from all-time highs? It went down 30% 15 hours later. Went up 50%, went down 30%. Right? And guys, look at getting a little death cross here on Mira. Death cross, guys, gonna go down. No, don't. You guys, when you see the death cross, it's too late because we've already dipped below that level. Don't ever use a lagging indicator. Use the charts, guys. Use the charts. Like I said, we'll keep these death crosses up and available. But this is already crossed, right? Unless you make a breakout, it's already crossed. It's already crossed. So this is yep.
Maybe touch a little more on how they would set stop losses. I think they understand that they should be doing that, but I don't think they know how to actually do that.
All right, so you need to set your stop losses based off of technical analysis. So let's take, for example, let's go back in the past, right? Let's just go back, maybe we go back to the bull market. Maybe we bring it back to the old bull market, right?
Especially for the people using Binance US, they can't access Binance futures. So,
right, VPN though.
There you go, VPN.
Yep, technology is hard. Binance explains everything on how to use it as well. I do like that. They give you like quizzes and whatever it might be. Right. So what you're doing is, let's just say we draw this trend line right here, right? We're drawing some sort of trend line right here. Once we break down, this is just trend lines. This is just trading trend lines, right? Nothing special right here. Once we break down below this line right here, right? What happens? We retest. You'd be putting in your buy order right here. You'd be setting your stop loss approximately at this nearest wick, which would be around 0.73%. And you would be letting that above this wick right here, guys, right? You're always trying to put it above the wick, right? Because sometimes they fake it out. They try and liquidate these trades. But most times when we break trend and we have the retest, it goes down violently, right? So you'd be putting your stop loss 0.8%, and you'd be riding it down until we broke trend, right? So let's see, when did we break trend, really? I wouldn't have probably taken it out on this candlestick. Probably would have done something like this. Why wouldn't I have taken it down on this candlestick, right? Because this isn't real bullish momentum. On the 9-minute, we just have one bullish candle, and momentum really didn't switch too much here, especially on the RSI indicator, right? So let's just see, right? We put our stop loss there. You guys go over here. You go short position, right? We're going to scroll this up, right? So our stop loss was right there. This is how you get sniper entries, guys. This is how you snipe, right? So let's just say we took profits right here, right? That's a 4 to 4.9 ratio. I would have probably taken profits around this support level right here. Half profits. You guys are going to probably look at taking profits twice. I take profits multiple times in my trades. Doesn't matter how short or how long they are. But when we're overvalued at 41K, I kind of held that short in for a while. But what do we see? Okay. Well, we see this trend gets broken through right here, but I would have taken some profits here just because I know we have some support here, right? We could have bounced off this level, right? We didn't. We actually had a retest to this level. I might have actually put even another short in around this level. I actually would have. And I would have wrote it down probably to these, probably to this red line right here. Let's check the graph. Yeah, around right here. So I would have put in 2 trades. And where would I put in my stop loss at this level, right? I would have looked back at the graph, right? Probably would have put it somewhere along the lines of this. Probably around this this resistance level right here, right? Probably would have put my stop loss around this resistance level for this second trade I entered in. And why am I doing that? Because we see that there's some sort of resistance along this level and that it's going to be hard for us to break through it. On this level right here. Get right here. Right here. Do have a little wick down. But yeah, would have been entering another trade there and it would have gotten out at some of the levels down here. I would have gotten out most of my trades at this level and this level right here. And when we broke trends, I would have gotten out of the rest of my trade. We go on the weekly and then scroll down.
Rage about the shorting.
What?
People aren't appreciating the advice about shorting. Why would we short instead of holding our Bitcoin?
So you can accumulate more Bitcoin? Right? I'm just saying you could short or long. I'm just showing, I know short is a bad word on YouTube. Yeah, you can long as well, but prices right now, it's showing volumes decreasing. And when we see volume is decreasing over a long period of time with Bitcoin, historically, right? This is when we enter a bear market, when you see this volume decreasing, right? You guys see these candles, right? Here is the bull market, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then the bear market, right? We have volume decrease, goes down. This was the top, guys. This was the top with some liquidity coming into Bitcoin, not much volume. And we will somehow trickle down to these types of volume sticks again. But yeah, just so you can accumulate more Bitcoin. I am a proponent of crypto. I'm just saying right now is a dangerous place. It's a dangerous time. So you really want to make sure that you are going to acquire more Bitcoin. I mean, if you just want to hold, you can go right ahead. All the best to you. I will go over long-term investing as well. Long-term investing is extremely, extremely important. But right now, it's a pivotal point of this volatility. We still have some volatility. We still have like bull market volatility, right? You guys have to understand the volatility that we're seeing right now. We don't see this for 85% of the time that we're in crypto. We just see this volatility when we do have some sort of bull or bear market. The bull market, we have that 15% of the time we have that volatility. Bear market is around 85%, right? You want to buy when we have low volatility, low prices, and you want to sell or trade when we have the high volatility. And I still long a lot, guys. I have still longed a lot of times in the past few days, past week or two, just because we've reached some pivotal points. We've broken trends, we've broken structure to the upside.
Could you say the levels when you're looking at them, because some people can't see where you're pointing?
I'm confused.
So the numbers, like the levels there, like what level is that at the bottom? For example, the green bar.
35138.
Yeah, that's all they want. It's just the numbers when you're at the level.
Dude, look at this fake out right here. Just took all the liquidity from shorts. This is market makers liquidating people who are putting in their shorts right now, right on this candle. Right, look how volatile this candle is, right? Around 1.24%. That's quite a lot right there. Just liquidating all the people who put in their shorts late because they were like, I'm going to short now because I see red, right? I see a lot of red. You want to short when you just see that red, you see that switch in momentum, you see that trend line get broken through, you see the retest, and then you put in your long. See, we would still be in a downtrend currently, right? We want to see some sort of uptrend. Draw this uptrend a little bit. This.
What would constitute a trend reversal?
A trend break. Like when we break through this trend, okay? So this is when we see a trend reversal, right? Let's use this one for example. All right, so we have this downtrend. All right, so we have this downtrend right here, very, very sharp downtrend. And you guys could be looking at this at multiple time frames as well. We see this very, very fast downtrend. We see this candle engulf this one right here. So I probably would have been looking at buying when you see some sort of engulfing candle like this. Beautiful engulfing candle. Engulfing candle is when it recovers the past candle with with a high volatility, right? It either went down a lot and it engulfed it upwards. This is when I would be looking at putting in a buy order. When we see that engulfing, we see the retest, and I would have put in a buy order around this level. But also, I would have put another buy order in once we've broken this trend. This is also another example engulfing candle of a trend reversal. We also have hammer candles as well, right? What's a hammer candle? This is, for example, right? We see a bearish candle, and then we see 2 or 3 bullish candles, right? We can draw the downtrend. We break through the trend with that hammer candle leading the way. Right? We break through that trend. So now we're going to be in some sort of uptrend because we had the hammer candle, we had the engulfing, and then we had this this trend upwards, which normally happens when we do have that.
So how come, I guess what's it say? How come certain alts will just pump right now as everything else is crumbling?
No idea. I mean, it just goes behind social activity. They have high social activity. They have a high community. Not sure. I mean, yeah. They either have news, right? That's social activity that will increase price because more people will see that news and more people will buy because they see that news. A lot of retail investors, or it will be from the community aspect, right? They have high social activity in their community. That's another thing that will pump up. Right.
One second.
Yeah, why do people even care about a death cross? Is it just because someone told you to care? Yeah, kind of. I don't the death cross really it doesn't matter, guys. It just signifies, yeah, we're gonna go down, but it's late. It doesn't you have a push to the downside not after you have the death cross, but before, because it's lagging. What free indicators do I use? On TradingView, all these are free that I have up here. All these are free that I have. But I'm gonna throw on one that I do like that is very, very useful, I would say, for someone that's new. This one helps quite a lot. I will only share you guys free indicators. You guys don't have to buy any indicators, I promise you. If someone's trying to sell you indicators, don't buy them. There's a free one on TradingView, right? Let me try and find it. DC. All right, crypto EMA bands support and resistance as well, right? So this is showing that a support or a resistance band, right? When we break through, let's go back here. I'll put this on the 1 hour so you guys can see it better. Right? When we break through this this white band right here, we'll normally test, and then we'll test and then break down. On the downside, it's just this green band right here, this white green band that you see. Once we break below this, we normally have a push to the downside. Vice versa to the upside, right? Vice versa to the upside. Free indicator, I'll take it off real quick. Also, another indicator, right? If you guys are not familiar with trends, there is this RMR. Let me find the RMR right here, right? So what's the RMR showing? This is the RMR. Here it is. It's RMR channel. This is showing what type of trend we're in, right? What I do see happening is we come back up here. Look at, we come back up here. We broke down. We're going to come back up here and retest this trend right here. We're going to retest the bottom of this resistance level because when you break through support, it turns into resistance. So what we can see right here is we come back up, we retest this, and then we break back down again because we're in a downtrend, right? That is a very, very possible thing of happening. But when we have this much momentum downwards, we could pick back up. But this is just something that you set your stop loss, right? You guys are going to set your stop losses around this level right here above this wick. Probably set it around here. See what this would be. This would be around 1.5% stop loss. You guys would be aiming for around at least 2 to 3% minimum. But I do see this at least coming down, making a lower low after it hits off of here to around at least 3%. That's a pretty high stop loss. You will be moving it down, but just trying to show you guys some sort of trade, right? Normally retest this and then break back down. That's normally the signifying thing of when to short, when we retest, when to long, when we retest.
Looks like they want a little more information on EMAs to clarify what those are.
Moving averages are EMAs, guys. Let's throw on an EMA indicator. Let's see if I have one. I guess we could throw on EMA bands. So this EMA band, it shows the estimated moving average over the 13-day period, right? What's the price been for the past 13 days, right? We're going to be looking at that, the 21, the 55, the 89, the 200, and SMA as well, 200. This is what this shows. We normally have price action, right, around these EMAs. We will test off of an EMA, break down, test, test, test. You guys see how we're testing off of, I believe this one is, see, nope. I think we're breaking out right now. Change these colors around. The 89. Yeah. Be breaking out.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. We're testing right here. We're testing the top of this trend. But you see how we hang through this EMA, and then when we break out of this EMA, we see the upside. This is just showing the moving average. It's another form of resistance or support. It's what these EMAs basically are. They're resistance or support, but they're moving, right? They're moving averages. We test, we test, we test, we test, we test, we test, right? And then we finally see that significant breakout above. We saw one here. This was the fake out that baited a bunch of you moon boys in. And then we saw this one right here, right? We broke, we had this uptrend, and this showed the switching momentum right here.
What's the difference between the MA and the EMA?
The MA and the EMA?
Yes, because there's several different ones.
The MA is the just moving average, and the EMA is the exponential moving average. We saw a W pattern form right here.
They're just
testing up here
differently. The exponential is more on the more current candles. That's the difference.
Yeah, SMA though is average price. EMA is like yeah, exponential, I guess.
Three of them. There's a simple moving average, the exponential moving average, and the moving average, and they're all just slightly differently calculated differently.
All right, here's the W pattern that formed right here. Oops, we're back.
So, like the simple moving average is the SMA should be
looking to retest. Let's see if we can retest
based on the closing prices. Yeah, and then the exponential gives more weight to the most recent prices. But now he is in the zone looking for a breakout. We see it. What do we see in crypto? Okay, full concentration mode.
Yep, full concentration mode.
This is what happens when something happens after a long period of nothing happening.
Moon Boy lives matter. I agree. Exponential gives more weight to the most recent prices. Yep.
Yep, we got through that.
All right. Why didn't we buy here at the bottom, right? Well, you're not going to buy against the trend right now. I mean, I would not recommend you guys doing that, especially if you're new, because when you're buying here at some sort of bottom indicator, it can keep on going down because you have no idea what a trend reversal will even look like. You need to be very careful about trading against the trend, especially if you're new. You need to have a very good indication of when this trend reversal is exactly happening. Right? We have a lot of fake outs, right? That will get you screwed over because you guys are not using the certain types of ways to avoid them via trend lines, via support resistance, waiting for the retest. A lot of ways to avoid that.
Seeing a lot of comments about Matic. Crowd wants to see Matic.
Matic.
Other than that, so we're running out of questions.
All right, so you guys see how, look at, we have this uptrend here, then we break down. We have this uptrend here, then we break down. Like especially if you're new, you do not want to be buying when we're in a downtrend and we see an uptrend. Let's see what Matic. Matic broke out right around this level. All right, let's see what this did in an hour. It did 5% in 2 hours. Pretty good. But chances of you buying down here, very small. Yeah, we broke out of this trend right here, right? We broke out of this trend, large movement to the upside. So did Bitcoin. You lost 14K today. You feel suicidal. It's okay. You just need to really focus on you need to focus on really putting in the effort before you're getting into either buying or holding. You need to focus on the investing side of things. Or if you're trading, you need to focus on exactly being profitable through paper trading. You should never be putting your real money into something unless you have done a 100 to or 1K to 100K challenge and you're confident enough. Could see a little reversal.
The numbers of the levels you're at. It's hard for them to make out because you're saying like right here and right here. They want to know what levels you're pointing at.
All right.
Some people can't see it, I guess, on their phones and stuff.
Yeah, right. So we'll go back to Matic. Matic could be a reversal candle right here, but we got to look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin's going to signify if this is a reversal or if it's not. You see how we have had Matic, right? This is at 132. You see this breakout after this hammer candle. We want to see at least 2 to 3 other green candles. This is on the 3-hour, by the way, guys. But look at right here. We saw a hammer candle. We saw a little breakout with Matic. This is at the 145 level, right? We saw a breakout of 6 to 7% in 9 hours. Then we saw the breakdown. We saw this hammer candle, and then we saw the breakdown, right? We just had a large push to the downside. There's normally going to be a correction up. We normally never, ever go down super fast. That only happened because Binance shut down the exchanges. Coinbase shut down the exchanges and did some shady stuff. Normally that doesn't happen. We're always going to have some sort of retracement upwards. But if you're new, you do not want to be focusing on buying against the trend, right? You need to focus on what is the trend, what's the trend showing, and how do I trade in a downtrend. You guys are going to be shorting the tops. When you're uptrend, you're going to be longing the bottoms.
And longer time periods would be better for recognizing and longer trend on the market, right?
Right.
So would you say they would start off on a longer time frame and work their way down?
Yep, you guys need to look at multiple time frames for confirmation, right? I look at the 2-hour, I look at the 1-hour. You guys will pick up different patterns, see things differently, and you guys could even be doing this for your support and your resistance lines. You guys go up to the candles, you click the area, right? Look at this. You guys can see a clear downtrend, right, with this area. You guys can see, you guys can find the support and the resistance levels a lot easier doing this, especially if you're new. Right?
I think there's a misconception by what you're saying by selling short. They think it's just selling their assets.
Right?
So what's actually a short sell?
What's actually a short sell?
Yeah, how would you describe it? Because I think there's some people that think they're just saying sell everything you have.
No, I mean, if you guys are holders, go ahead and hodl. But if you guys are going to be trading, you need to make sure that you're going to be trading with fake money before you guys get into real money. But what do I mean? Always going to say that just because you guys need to understand that you do not have enough information or enough strategy. I know some of you have, and some of you have really learned over the past couple of weeks. But a lot of you guys that are brand new to crypto and don't know what shorting or longing is, it's something that you do when you're trading, right? If you short, you want the market to go down, you're going to make percentage off of that. And if you're longing, you want the market to go up and you're going to make money off of that. And these are all on leverage, right? You all are multiplying your money by X factor, be doing 2X, 3X, whatever it might be. But when I say short the tops, right? And you're in a downtrend, that means short whenever we have a breakout and we're at the top of that channel, right? That's what I'm referring to.
And how would you identify support lines and resistance lines?
You're just looking for a few touches at a time. You're looking for historical ones, right? You might look at the 2 or the 3 hour, and you might go back in the time and you're like, ooh, we have some a few instances where we could not break out above this level, right? You see how we have all this selling pressure, all these high wicks at this level, the large sell area right here, right? Move this over here, right? So around this area, we have a lot of selling pressure. We also have these candles where we had large price movement, and a support or resistance area is something like this, right? This would be some sort of resistance. You guys could do at the top of the wicks or the bottom. I like to do the bottom of the wicks. And we would realize that this is some sort of formation where we're seeing a lot of resistance we can't break out, right? We also see another resistance area around this area in the past, right? You guys could also be going on your shorter time frames and you're looking at a trend line as well. You're drawing these trend lines. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a new chart so we can go straight into this, right? New chart, new life. Wow, guys, doesn't this look beautiful? Absolutely fresh, clean chart. All right, so how would I find my support and my resistance lines? So first of all, right, we see a downtrend, right? We see some sort of downtrend. There's also another reason why if we break out of this, probably going to have some volatility to the upside. But if we're just going to test this again and probably have a breakdown at least to some of these levels if we make a higher low. What's a higher low, for example? If we break down to here and then we start kind of trekking our way up and we break out, we know that we're going to have some momentum upwards, right? But I'm drawing these channels and I'm drawing these lines to signify what do we have price action off of, right? What do we have price action off of? What's the market structure looking like? This is what the market structure is looking like right now. This is without support or resistance levels, just trend lines. And I'm going to add in a horizontal line on TradingView, click, and we're going to be drawing some of these lines, right? So we see down here, we have some resistance, right? We have some resistance right there. Resistance, what does it turn into when you break out of it? It turns into support. So look at, we broke through this resistance level, we shot up, right? And now this is a support level. Look what happens when you slam or when you go through a support level. You have volatile price movement down, right? You're going to slam down when you have this happen. This is why we didn't have many supports or resistance levels in this area. This is why I was so bearish. This is why I thought we were going to come down so much over the past few days, because we have this huge volatile price movement up. Look what we had on the opposite side. We had a huge volatile price movement down. Anyone who has been doing TA for at least some time can understand that when we do have these movements, of very, very bullish movements to the upside. We're going to have very, very bearish movements to the downside if that volume cannot hold. So that's just another signifying event of this movement that we saw here. And so we could draw some resistance lines through this, right? Drew a resistance line right here, which is actually support level. Why? Because we broke through it. Now we're coming down on it. Now it's our support level. It turns what color? It turns green, because green equals good, equals we're probably going to go up in price, bounce off this level possibly. But yeah, we have this resistance level. But if we do shoot down past this resistance level, it's all going to go to shit, right? Because look at the candlestick that we have, right? This gets all retraced because there's no supports or resistances here. It's basically what we saw happen, right? We had a little test, we had a little fake out, right? Pump back up, get all those shorts out of there, and then we had boom, fake down, or not fake down, but breakdown right there, and everything kind of shot down because we had this volatile price movement, right? This is a resistance level that we had here. Boom, broke out. Now it's a support level. We shot down through it, and we kind of just retraced what we had right here. So what are we seeing right now? We see some sort of support or resistance level. Right here is some sort of support. Let's see where we're at right now on the graph. Yep, that's some sort of support. And let's go over to the nearest resistance level that we see. Right? Look at these candles right here as well, right? Not too much support or resistance. Let's go at, where are we at right now? And you guys, all trend lines is just diagonal, right? Support and resistance, right? This is resistance, right? Let's say the price, oops. Let's say the price is like this, right? It's resistance, right? And let's say the price is going down, right? Or no, that's that's resistance. Let's say the price is going down. Let me delete that. Sorry. Price is going down off this line. That's support, right? And this is the support of this side, right? And then this is the resistance. It's just diagonal. It's just diagonal support and resistance is what trend lines are. And you're signifying a channel, right? There's a channel. You either have you have a downtrend, right? Or you have an uptrend, right? Or in some cases, right, you could have this type of channel. But this channel is no fun, right? The sideways channel. Market makers don't want to see a sideways channel because they get more money when they get the moon boys or the bear boys to hop on in.
They can't see the numbers.
All right, I'll go back into it. I'll show them the numbers.
Just say them out loud.
All right.
It is a little blurry, so it's not that bad, but.
All right, so we see some sort of resistance at 36076. We see some resistance at 35739, and we also see some support at 35411. And let's go over it. What if I shorted right here? What if I told you guys that I was shorting right there and I did? What would I be doing? I'd be moving up my stop loss. Why? Because this could be the retest for the breakout that we're going to have. Right? Go on the 25-minute. Oh, the chart changed a little bit. We get a sniper entry, and I know we did. Right, I think this was it. The chart changed a little bit, but let me check the entry that I had. 35812. Right, so 35812. Right around here is when I got that entry in. Right around this level. But why did I buy there? Because we saw this trend line that was coming down. We tested it. We're probably going to test it again. And if we break out, we break out. But I'm trading with the trend. I'm trading on the downtrend because we're in a downtrend. When you have a downtrend, normally you're most likely going to continue to do it, right? But if it breaks this downtrend, which has been extremely fast downtrend, we're going to have extremely fast upside. So I'm being very careful with that stop loss. I'm moving it, and I'm putting it at the nearest support level, especially when I'm in profit. But I know that when you come down this fast, you're most likely going to shoot back up pretty fast, right? How long will this downtrend last, right? That's really the question. And you can never perfectly know exactly when every downtrend is gonna get built up quick, but you can really kind of get a figurative estimate when that's going to happen via TA, right? Here's the opportunity for an uptrend, right? We have some sort of uptrend that could form right here, but we really haven't seen much go into fruition. All right, candlesticks. Time for you to entertain some people.
Okay, so I see
It's all
in
about the
chat.
Discord.
Yeah, if you want to join a Discord, I'll drop the link in here again for the millionth time. I guess there were some issues before. I don't know if I fixed those over the course. That should be good. Let me know if you can join that link, and if anyone's got a problem with that, just continue screaming in the chat. I didn't want. I see some people saying about selling stuff. It's not like you're just taking your Bitcoin and selling it. That's not what's happening here. It's a whole separate thing.
All right, can you explain it? I can't explain it. Else I'm gonna
I
die.
gotcha. So, hold on. Getting messages at the same time here. It isn't like just selling your assets in your wallet that you're holding. It's
Speak
not
a
what.
little quieter so your mic doesn't go gainy.
Oh, is it gainy?
Yeah. You gotta whisper to them.
Oh, why didn't you tell me that? I can turn it down.
All right. Well, yeah, it's been like that.
The whole time? Okay, there. Are we good?
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Says
So,
invite invalid, just by the way. You
okay.
should have solid long ago. What? Sold long ago. Yeah, you should have. Okay if you didn't. I'm here for you. We're here for you. We're here to educate you.
Yeah, this is not about selling your assets off that you're holding. If you want to hold, you can hold. It's fine, and eventually go back up. Eventually, maybe
Some.
might not, but it it might. This is more of it's a way of getting profits when the market's going down. You are how do I explain it? You're selling contracts.
That's too complicated. All right. So what we're doing, contracts is a big word. All right. So basically, is it the shorting question? What is shorting?
Like, what's the difference between just selling your asset and selling short on a future?
All right. Well, let's say you're shorting, right? You make money from your thing going down. If you're selling your asset, you're just not making any money, right? You're just cutting your losses. If you're shorting, you make money when things go down, like I am right now. Like you can make money if the market goes down, and you're not doing that based off of randomness. You're doing this based off of TA and based off of what the market is doing, right? Let's see if we break through this. If we break through this this trend line right here, we're probably going to have a large trend downwards, right? Let's see. Actually, I could pull this up a little bit. Boom. Here we go. Let's see if we're going to break down again. If not, I'm taking my stop loss, putting it up a little bit more, taking some profits at this green level right here just to secure some profits. And let's throw on some EMA indicators so we can see what the EMAs are showing us right now. All right, so we're testing.
Basically, you're borrowing assets from whichever platform you'd be using it on. Say like Binance, or I don't know if Binance. Someone was saying they can't do it on Binance US. It's
Yeah, I
called
mean,
futures or perpetuals.
a good way to explain it would be when you buy spot, when you first start trading, you buy spot, like you buy, like, I don't know, VET or Dash or KSM, whatever, like that's yours and you hold on to it. Even if the market goes down, it's yours. When you buy with leverage, you don't actually own the asset. You don't actually own any of the coin itself. You are simply taking out a contract to say, okay, I think this is going to go down. It's more complicated than trying to sort of me explain it now. But all you need to know is that you are, borrowing a coin off of the broker and saying, I bet that it's going to go down, and then you're going to sell them back that coin at the end when you close that out. But you're not actually, you never actually own that. So,
Does that make sense? Anymore? It's
with spot you own it. So even if it crashes, goes to zero, and you can always hope it will go back up to the level that it was before. You're holding on to it, and you're not losing anything from holding it.
Right. And if you try to sell it short and it doesn't go the direction that you wanted it to, depending on if you didn't set your stop loss and how high your leverage is, which you shouldn't be using much anyways right now. You can use none, I believe. I think you can just do 1x leverage.
Yeah.
And just try
one is 2. So I think it's always a minimum of. So if you use 1x, that's your initial investment plus 1 times.
Right.
So you're borrowing.
So that
times 1
exponentially makes your what you owe them comes back that many times. So if it's
I'm not understanding what you're saying. I'm not sure if they are. I'm kidding. Sorry.
Just know that you don't own it.
YouTube,
like you would a coin.
Borrowing it. You're borrowing it from the platform. It's like a bet almost. Is that a good way to explain it? Except a bet with technical analysis. And you're not selling your assets off so that you don't have your stuff left anymore. It's like you are borrowing the asset from the platform to ride the market down. And basically you're selling, like, you see how those, like, what were they? Like the buy longs and the shorts and everything. Like, you're in there, it's selling your assets off at a rate comparable to where you are in the market. Does that make sense? Like, it's not even your asset; you're borrowing it.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, you could
You're
get
leveraging it.
Yeah, you could get sniper entries on shorts and longs. I know a lot of people are only familiar with longs. Shorts is a bad word, but guys, you have to be unemotional if you want to be consistent in crypto. You can't be consistent on a daily basis with probably only longing. You probably could, but there's a lot of potential in shorting the market, right? It's not that I hate crypto. It's just that I'm extremely emotionless and I realize that something is extremely overvalued and there's too many longs on it. There's too many shorts on it. It's nothing personal, guys. It's actually, it's not an emotion at all. So.
And yeah, this isn't for everybody. This isn't safe money. It's like you can get liquidated, which means everything is just gone.
Stop loss though.
That's why the stop loss is important. Always set your stop losses.
Right. We could see an engulfing candle. Oh, yep. Keep going.
Right.
Just saying, you can't get liquidated in spot. You can only get liquidated when you use leverage.
Right, but when you're buying spot, how would you make it how would you make gains on the market going down?
You can't, not on spot. You can only make gains when you buy X amount of a coin on the spot and then sell it when the market goes up. You can't sell on. Well, yeah, you'd sell when the market gets to a certain point, and say you held from 0.50 cents and you sold at $1, then that's how you would make money on spot. You can do the same on leverage, but then you're leveraging the amount of money that you have, essentially borrowing money off of the broker, to get to double your returns. But also, if you're wrong about that, you're going to double your losses as well, and the fees and everything go up as well. So the more leverage that you use, the higher your fees are going to be, and the more you're going to end up paying. Which might not sound, I think it's on Binance like 0.75%. Might not sound like a lot, but if you're using like 50x leverage on $50, $100, $1,000.
Whoa, chill. Yeah, not 50x leverage. You guys should be practicing with paper money.
Yeah. Don't get involved. If you're not any good at spot, don't even think about doing leverage.
I will make you guys successful traders within 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. If you guys are doing this and you guys are understanding every single concept I'm giving you and strategy, I can promise you, if you follow what I'm saying and you follow the strategies I'm giving you and the people in the Discord that I'm going to bring onto these strategies and onto these tutorial videos, you can be successful. It's just, are you willing to put in the time? Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to follow a certain set strategy? If you are, and you're not getting too FOMO, you're not putting in stupid trades, stupid entries, you can be profitable trading. Trading is all psychological. It's you versus the market, and a lot of the time that dopamine or that adrenaline factor takes over. You put in terrible buy orders, you put in terrible short orders, you get scared, you don't set your stop loss. It's an entire psychological battle, and I'm going to help you guys beat that battle in a bunch of videos. But you're not going to be trading with real money until you're successful with fake money and you guys are confident and you have your strategies written down and you know what to do when the market structure breaks, when the market structure holds. It's all of the above on those. You need to know all of them. or else you might end up losing money. Yes, there's times where people get very successful from just a few lucky trades, but that's not how you're going to stay consistently lucky, right? It's not how it works.
And you can do effective paper trading inside TradingView just by using the long position, short position. Do your TA, then open up TradingView wherever you think that you would have placed an order for a buy or a sell. Open up a long position with your set stop loss. Say you're using a risk reward of 1 to 2, set a 1% stop loss, 2% take profit. Come back to it an hour later and see if you would have been wicked out. See if you would have been in profit. See if you would have won that trade. So it was easy to paper trade on TradingView. It's just keeping track of your wins and your losses, I think.
The MACD is a moving average divergence convergence indicator. You have a MACD line and a signal line, and you're looking for it to cross at certain points. There's little websites that show you little pictures and everything. It's simple. Just search MACD, and the first website there should show you.
By the way, guys, this dip reminds me a lot of what happened when we reached this 41K level back here in May 26th, right? We had this large push down. We had some sort of momentum swinging forward. And it kind of looks a little bit of the same with the sporadic, but we could see a little bit of a swing to the upside and then straight to the downside. We'll have to see how this pans out. This is on the 4-hour though. We'll go to the daily, guys. Look how high we are on the daily, right? We still haven't experienced a dip yet. Look at when we dip to this level, right? We got all the way down here to the bottom. We still have a far way to go if we are going to make that bottom on this RSI. I don't know why people are on YouTube. I know a lot of them use Socratic RSI that you watch probably. Why would you buy up here? Why? Right? Why would you buy up here? When indicators are clearly telling that it's overbought, we went up too quick. And yeah, if you look at the bull market, we were overbought the entire goddamn time. But you have to understand that we need to see this downwards trend. We're probably going to be looking at some shorts at the top because we're in a downtrend. But you don't want to use just one indicator. That's just a confirmation indicator. Okay. You want to be using market structure as well. All right, let's see if we can push through. I don't want the market to go up or down. I wish it would just go sideways and we could all be friends.
The right forever.
I'll turn up his volume. Sorry, yeah, your volume is really low, Coast.
Oh, sorry.
Nope. I had you at like 20% or 100%. Speak again.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, it's Jedi Mike, guys.
Can you hear me?
Out in the chat.
Yep.
Is everyone's mic good?
Yeah, it is. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back. You guys talk.
Oh, don't hit them. Be nice to them. Just like gently press them if you are up to that. I'm not gonna force
Time
you.
to show my coins.
Wait, are we on YouTube?
Oh wait, we've got
Where are we?
unsupervised. Yeah, we're live.
Flip, man.
You got to share it up. Any questions coming in?
No, the mics are good. Someone ADA, whatever ADA. Think of all these coins as percentages and numbers, and stop thinking of them as products. Think of them as just assets to sell for more money. That's all you got to start thinking about.
I think that's a good. I think you just touched on something kind of accidentally there, quite good, that I want to say is important. Stop looking at the amount of money that you get as the amount. Start looking at it as a percentage. So every time you make a trade, stop looking at, if you've only got $50 and you're trying to trade off for $50, stop looking at it. Oh, I won that trade, but it was only, if you got $100 and you win $5, stop looking at it as $5. Start looking at it as 5%, because that's, it could be 5% of $100 or 5% of $1,000. It's the same thing. It's the same percentage. So what's important is the amount of times you're right and the percentage that you're getting back.
Yeah. How do you know if something's overvalued? It's a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I mean, like expert says, it's all overvalued, right? Like a lot of the use case is just years out from being implemented.
Yeah, a lot of these companies do not have working products. They don't make any income. They have no clients as of yet. They just have partners and a technology and promises.
Hmm. And people that want to be on board early before it
Right.
takes off.
Exactly. And if you see something going up on the market, don't jump into it. Do not push that market buy and hop in there when it's on the rise up, as it will be coming back down.
Yeah.
Look at RLC. Look at RLC. Oh, look at any coins. Probably shouldn't be eating while talking to the mic. Sorry.
Probably not.
My bad.
I mean,
Probably
before you
not.
even trade a coin, you should at least know a little bit about it. Like, do
Fundamentals.
some research into it. Yeah.
You think BTC will
Is
go
there
to 6
research?
digits by the end of the year? Ammo, what do you think?
What? 6
Will
digits?
BTC? Yep.
You're dumb. Don't ask me that
Whoa,
question.
whoa.
I mean,
Dude, that's
you should do
mean.
your own research. You should learn TA, read a book, and maybe you'll find out if we'll get to a 6-digit number. I personally do not believe that we will make it to a 6-digit number, and think that anybody who does think that needs to read the book.
Reevaluate
Read
their
the
TA
book.
is what he's
All
trying
right,
to
so if you look at the
Put
TA, right, if we see volume going down, look how low the volume was when we were at 65K, when every single person and every single other person was into crypto. They were into crypto. They heard about crypto. They all got in, right? They all got in. Look how low the volume was, right? This is how much money is going into crypto, how much money is coming out of crypto. We obviously couldn't even break above the 64K area, right? Got to 65K, what happened? We couldn't hold that volume, right? We couldn't hold this. This was impossible to hold. We had stimulus checks. We had stupid amounts of people joining in, jumping up on the top, right? Looking back at it, right? Yeah, everyone thought it was going to go to 100K. Volume slowed down, right? Volume slowed down. Then we had downward volume, people leaving the market, people jumping back in, buying the dips, downwards volume. Everyone bought the dip down here. A lot of people panic sold. A lot of people will not be joining back into crypto for quite a while. I can tell you that. This is what happens when people get burnt. When you're in a bear market, people don't want to buy in. New money doesn't want to come into the market. As much as you want new money to come into the market, this is not how money works, right? In a bear or bull market, this is not how it works. People do not want to join a market in a bear market. They want to join and buy in when things are green. That's how psychology works.
They're asking what you would look at before taking your long positions.
I'd be looking at a definite market trend reversal. I'd be looking for a trend line to get broke and the retest on the bottom. And this has to be a significant trend line at some sort of support level. If we got,
Slow down. So what was the first one? Trend
what,
reversal?
Yeah, trend reversal. That's what I would buy.
Next
How do
one?
I know? Trend line gets broke through and we see uptrend.
Okay. Just breaking it down. Okay.
Yep.
But it's
I
not
would
just
wait
that. It's some
for
indicators as well, like stochastics. Like if you've got a couple of indicators all pointing up, and your market analysis is saying, you know, we're going to go up. You know, you want as many things as you can to point to the direction. You want to take out as many possibilities to be wrong as possible before you place.
Socratic showing we're overbought right now too. So probably still could be dipping. Not just based off of one indicator, because of this engulfing candle that we have right here. Still a slight uptrend because we didn't fully engulf it, right? We didn't fully engulf that one candle. We still have a slight uptrend under the works, right? So if we break through this, we're going to either have to break through this level, and then we have this bottom support level right here. If we break through this, we're going to be looking extremely bearish. Probably going to go down to at least this 34975 level. And then if we break that, probably going to be going back into the 33 level. Possibly the 33. We'll have to see about that. We do have some more support lines. I'll mark them up for you guys. These are all possible reversal levels, right? They're all possible reversal levels. All right, we're testing. We're testing. Are we going to break?
Yeah, the main point here is to learn to do the analysis yourself, not
Not watch me. Yep.
Yeah, that's
You guys are supposed to take
anybody,
these
really.
tutorial videos and get the shit off of YouTube, right? YouTube is the worst place for you guys to be unless you're learning. And it's a lot of this stuff on YouTube you guys do not learn from. You guys just get dopamine from it. It's entertaining, and you guys are losing money with this information. Your main goal when you come into crypto, what is it? Is it to make money? I'm sure it is. And if that is the case, you need to be learning on your own. I'll give you the resources. I'll give you the tools to learn on your own for absolutely free. But you have to put yourself off of YouTube and lock yourself in your room, and focus on you, not on what's on YouTube, but what are you trying to learn? Maybe it might be on YouTube, right? Take some notes, do some trades on your own, but make sure to really try and focus on no one else but yourself when it comes to learning TA. You're not going to get good advice from trading with others. Yes, you might, but you're going to get better advice and better learning experiences from trading by yourself. Like I'm worried, I didn't know how to enter a trade here. Why did I do this? Then you could go approaching some other people after you have gone through that step. But a lot of you haven't even done any paper trading. A lot of you just hop into the market with your friends or whatever it might be, and you do not have that self-reflection by yourself and that psychology test of you trading by yourself, which is very important. You could find your strengths and your weaknesses when trading if you're doing it by yourself. If not, if you're doing it with others, don't ever do that, guys. You can talk about others after you're doing it.
The Discord is a great resource for learning. There's a lot of people in there willing to help and show newcomers the ropes to the very beginning stuff.
Yeah, I've just learned so much from this Discord, just being around the people that have been doing this a long time, and even the people that haven't been doing it a long time. Like, it's a really good resource, to be honest.
A lot of people are becoming millionaires in the Discord. I'm kidding, guys, but not really. But they are putting in the work. They're putting in the time. If you're not willing to do that, you're not going to stay in the Discord, okay? You guys can watch these videos, but I really want you to understand that this Discord is meant for the people that want to put in the 2 or 3 hours a week, whatever it might be, to knock out some assignments, to get some learning done. Yes, you will have to do assignments. I know it sucks, and I know you don't want to do it. But at the same time, it's for the better of the Discord. You guys are not going to be freeloading in this Discord. If you want to freeload, you could watch YouTube.
Putting in the effort to learn is still effort. It still counts.
Yep. Yeah, if you guys are putting the effort to learn. The assignments, you will be able to do them. I promise you guys could do them. Doesn't matter how much you know, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're asked to read the book, like, that doesn't benefit anyone in the Discord. It just benefits you. Like, if one of the assignments is like, read the book and understand candlestick patterns, like, we're not saying that for our benefit. It's only going to benefit you at the end of the day, and you're going to be able to help out other new guys that join the Discord in a couple of weeks, because you would have learned some stuff, and then you can kind of pass on what you've learned to them. I mean,
these are the
so
possible breakout levels, by the way: the 34,700, 34,600, 34,900. Definitely the 34,900 level. If we do break down there, very, very key indicator of a reversal. The level we're at right now, we had a fake out to the upside to this 3608 level. We could see some sort of pattern like that emerge. As you guys can see on the 3-hour chart, look what we did down here. We had a fake out from that level all the way up to around this 36,098 level. Just taking that into consideration, a lot of these patterns do reemerge because a lot of traders see these patterns and then they're trading the same way. But yeah, keep going, Kane. Sorry, or not Kane, but Cost.
Actually, I got something that I'm quite proud of that I've learned that I'd like to show off. If I can share my screen quickly, or is that not possible?
Yep, go ahead. Breaking out? Question mark.
You got my screen?
Yep. All right, I'm coming. Before everyone rushes to it.
Yeah. So all of the stuff that I've learned from like TA, the majority of it has been in this Discord, and I've upped my TA game so much, especially listening to some of the good guys here. I just want to show like how important some of these trend lines are. So like I'm on the 5-minute time frame now, but this one here goes back to like the 10th of June, which was like 8 days ago. Right, you see what happened here? Like, I drew this trend line. When I first drew this trend line, I kind of put it on a faded So I can always make it more clear like this one if it was to come back into play. But this is what it did. It touched. Then we went down. We went down for like, what was that, 12th June? We went down for like a day. And then we came back up. Look what happened, right? So it flipped from I get these two confused. I flipped from a support, from a resistance into a support, right? So that's a support. Jumped up here, resistance. You see how many times it touched that? Like how many important
to a support, and
You
then it broke
don't
through.
have his screen on, by the way.
Oh, do you not? Shit.
Yeah, I do.
You can't see this?
Not on the YouTube.
Yeah, I thought it might be a problem on the YouTube.
No. It could seen on the YouTube.
You sure?
All right, keep going. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so exactly the same things happen now. Look, I drew this line. What did I draw this? Like the 16th, right? It's the 18th today. So it started off as a resistance, a support. Had a day when it wasn't. Look where we are now. Look, we've literally just bounced straight off it. You realize how many times you could have placed a long just off of this one support alone? Like when it was up here, you could have placed one there. Obviously, we're back in it now. Like, I missed this trade today because I wasn't here. But if I had seen this, like, yeah, we are in an overall downtrend. So I might have been a little bit more hesitant to take this long. But, place along here when it touches this, set your... 1% stop loss, 2% stop loss just below this trend line. It's an easy 1% there in what, an hour?
You would set your stop loss a lot closer though. I'd put it below that wick that we see right there because that's not the best. Yeah, right there. But yep.
Yeah, and then you're just looking at other indicators like your stochastic and stuff to confirm. Okay, is this? I've confirmed it with my trend lines. Is there anything else that can confirm this might be a good position to get in? So like stochastic. As I say, I'm on the 5 minute. It's probably more reliable on like the hour. Yeah, stochastic says we've been down for some time, right? So, we can never stay down there for too long. So I might have seen that stochastic be down on the hour. I might have seen it touch the trend line. I might have been like, okay, so I've got a good place to set my stop loss. I know that the stochastic's been down for some time and it's touching the trend line. So that's 3 confluences to say now might be a good time to get in for a long. But again, with a short stop loss, because if it breaks this trend and it goes down, then my trend line's been broken, right? So we're now no longer in that trend. So I want to be out of that as quick as I can be because then I'm going against the trend. But yeah, that's just something that I've seen repeated a couple of times.
Right. All right. So
happened up here with this white line as well. I know this one here, that this was quite strong, and that might come back into play if we shoot up, which I'm not saying we're going to do, but if we do shoot up, maybe this line is going to come back into play, like a week or two from now. You don't know. That's why it's important to have these kind of.
There's always a support or a resistance whenever we break down or we have a reversal or we have a breakdown from some standpoint or some point on the chart. There's always 90%, 95% of the time it's a level that we've had some sort of reversal at in the past.
Yeah, but just do this. Put in the long position. Come back. But
you're trading against the trend though,
and paper trade it. Right now I am, yeah, that would be the only thing that would say, okay, I'm kind of hesitant to do it. But then if my stop loss is pretty low and my other 2 confluences are the stochastic and the trend bouncing off this trend line, then if I want to be scalping, if I want to be in and out of this trade, it might have been a good time to get in. Right. But like a lot of people, I think what they do is they like you said, like they'll see these big three red candles in a row. And it's like, yeah, we're going down, baby. And then they'll place a short and then they'll be like, oh no. And this blue candle will come along and wick them out. And they'll be like, oh no. It's because by that time, the move's already happened. Like you don't want to be getting in too late after the move because, the people that put a short here, the reason this is blue is because they're selling now. And that could easily flip. So you want to be looking at this.
That's what we're seeing right now, I think. You see the selling pressure, though, at the tops of those candles. When you have wicks at the top, that shows that there's selling pressure. That's a bearish indicator. Right
A
there,
lot of
that's a
selling pressure.
bearish, yeah, that's a bearish indicator, seeing candles with long wicks on the upside.
But yeah, that's all I really wanted to show, man.
All right, sweet. Hey guys, you guys can join the Discord. Not gonna say you're gonna stay there for long if you're not willing to put in some work. The assignments aren't too hard, but we'll have assignments. We'll have purges. But it's for you guys to learn. It's a learning tool. We don't want someone to join in there who's not going to want to learn, not going to put in the effort. I get if you guys are really busy in your lives. You guys can watch the YouTube channel. We will be allowing people who do get kicked though to enter in the next week we open it, or the next 2 weeks we open it. But for the most part, right, we're gonna probably stay on that schedule, right? But yeah, what do we see right now? You were on the 1 hour, right? What do we see on the 1 hour? We see this selling pressure right here, right? We see these candlesticks with these high wicks. These are wicks. What happens when you have high wicks? It shows that people are selling when it reaches these high levels. They're not buying, right? We would see downwards wicks, right? This shows that the bulls are losing, even though it's going up. We do have some bullish volume right here, right? But it's not going up much, right? We have selling pressure. No one wants to buy up here. That's basically what it's showing.
I'm still having issues with the Discord link. I don't know if ASC can hear me, but maybe he can slap one in the channel there.
I'll shoot him a message.
I already did. I got a link from him. I put it in. They're still saying it's not available.
All right, so what are we seeing right now? Well, if we make a higher high, it's going to be looking a little bit more bullish. But if we see a lower high, it's going to look a little bit more bearish. What's a lower high? All right, so we'll get into this real quick. So you see how this low right here, right? This is a lower low, right? This is actually a lower high from here. But we see this trend of something going up, right? What happens when something goes up? You have a lower low, or you have a lower high, which means this is the low, right? This high is lower, so it's the lower high. This high is lower, it's the lower high, right? If we break out, right, this would be a higher high. It's the same thing up here, right? Same thing up here, right? From down here. So you're just looking for lower lows and lower highs for a bearish trend, and you're looking for higher highs and higher lows for a bullish trend. If we don't break up to this top thing and get a higher high, we could be reversing back into some sort of bearish pattern. But you have to be very careful at the time that we're in, because want to know what we see? We normally see, right, we have a correction downwards, a large correction downwards. We have consolidation. We have a little pump up. Then when they've been bringing the market down, right, little consolidation, kind of a little pump up. Like, guys, look at, right, this green candlestick, kind of what we're seeing right here. We don't have confirmation yet that we're in an uptrend. Last time we had something like this, right, we consolidated and then we went back down. You guys are waiting for the clear indicator of that trend break for the long position, right? You don't want to be buying at the first hint of bullishness ever, right? Or else you're not going to be successful doing that. I can promise that. Let me go back. See, if we don't break out of this trend, right? If we don't break out of this trend, we're going to have a lower high, which is going to hint to some bearishness. Right? If we don't break out of this resistance right here, this will be a lower high. Right?
Yes, higher low. It's the same thing.
Yeah, higher low.
Basic market structure, and I think you're doing a video on that soon, right?
Yeah.
Yep, working on it.
So, market structure would be an important thing to be paying attention to. And
Right.
what would you? How would someone start getting into the basics of that?
Trend lines, support, resistance, ranges as well, and also just, yeah, I would say definitely using some indicators as well, because indicators can tell exactly some sort of a change in momentum, right? Look at here. If we don't break through this, this isn't going to look too good. It's like we're just probably going to have some consolidation here. That's my guess, because every time we have these large dips, we have some consolidation. That's nothing out of the ordinary, right? Here's the fake out right here. Let's go on the lower time frames. Look at the EMAs. Okay.
So he's using the indicators to reiterate what he's
Yeah,
his
this
trend
EMA
lines.
is going to dip down a little bit more. Probably going to see this here. This standpoint, if we do have some sort of thing, we'll probably come back, retest it, and then break down kind of what happened up here. Because this is a downtrend, right? A downtrend. Right? So here we are. This is just the volatile stage that we see right here. It's going up, we're going down, we're going up, we're going down. Still some consolidation, right? Still some consolidation. You have these EMAs track their way down when you're in this sort of consolidation phase. Look at right when we test this blue EMA right here, we break down. Same thing happened, right? We test, we break down. If we can't test this EMA right here, if it does come down to these levels, probably gonna break down. And this could be just another indicator of using some EMA levels. You can use this red EMA as well. I believe this is the 12-day. Click on them, see what it is. Let's see the 20 EMA.
So reading these indicators and stuff takes some time to get used to. Like it takes practice. It takes
Back
lots of
testing.
back
Back
testing.
testing
You see what he's
is
doing?
yep.
Going back and he's just looking at confirmations of where things happened on the indicators compared to where the movements were on the market, and you can go back there and sort of get an idea of what you're looking at.
So let's say I have this indicator on, right? So let's see, we have a high right here, right? See where the EMAs are. This is what you're doing with your indicators. You're like, let's line up this candle right here. What did this candle show? Look how high above we were of this 20-day EMA. We were so high above it. Every time we get this high above it, what happens? We break down, right? See another one. Let's see another one where we're super high above it. We break down. How high above it were we, right? Take out the ruler, measure it out possibly. Might just give you some sort of ability to sense how much how the market structure would have moved. You still want to use market structure. Draw your trend lines, sense how far above we are, and if we break through a certain point, you back test it by following all those steps. We'll do a video on back testing as well. That's the most important thing you can ever do when it comes to trading is back testing your strategies, because then you can know how successful you would be. You really would. Or have some sort of idea.
Yeah, one more comment on Discord. If the Discord's not working for you guys, it might be your accounts. Like you might not be verified. It might be connected to a phone number, something along those lines, because people are entering.
All right. So also, you guys might have lost access to some of the channels in Discord. That's because we're revamping it right now. So wouldn't be the best time for you guys to guys look at exactly off this line, but we wouldn't be able to really find some channels or some information there. We're revamping it within the next couple of days. We will have everything put together, and you guys will be able to submit your first assignment and then have access to multiple channels, right? We're not going to have any freeloaders, any waste men in this Discord. as Cost would say.
Waste man.
Slags. That's apparently, guys, if you're American, you have no idea what slag means. Just found out what that meant.
So you can go to TradingView and get a free account there and start pulling up these charts and get to drawing some lines, you know? If you join the Discord, though, there'll be people there that will help you with your lines.
You guys can do lines together.
Yeah, we all do lines together in the Discord. We do it all night.
Just
all of
hey,
us.
family friendly.
That's
No,
trend
that
lines.
is...
We do trend lines all night.
We do.
That's it. Trend lines.
Going back to TradingView, if you're looking to get a paid account, I think if you kind of take the free trial and you let your thing expire, they send you a message saying, "Oh, we give you half price off if you sign up now" or something. So that's just a way to save some money if you're looking at using TradingView on a subscription package. Just wait for it to expire and they'll send you a message saying we'll give you I think it's 20 or 30, 50% off, something like that anyway.
Use referral code. Actually, hold on.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Go to referral code, everyone in here.
You shilling your referral code.
A little bit.
You're shilling your referral code on my
Shill my one, man.
Yeah, I don't care, guys. It's a community here. If you guys make it to the if you guys are willing to put in the work, you guys can shill your referral code all you want. I could care less.
Buy my Binance.
I just thought about it because it was sitting on my screen right here. That's the only reason.
Right. Yeah, this is a community-based channel, guys. Really trying to learn and trying to change the way YouTube works with crypto right now. Discord is an amazing feature, guys. It's really coming along. It's really come a long ways.
We're very neutral. Like, we don't care if the market's going up or down. Both is gains. You just need the proper techniques and strategies and people around you to help you actually learn what you're doing, because this is complicated sometimes.
Expert, can you show
Yep.
them the ICP chart? They're asking for it.
We were
Why?
looking at that. We kept
No.
Why? Why do they
Oh,
want
you
to see
are?
ICP?
Yeah, they're asking for ICP chart.
I think you're asking for ICP.
No. They're asking for ICP.
All right.
Got the putter formation. That's what I like to call it.
All right. Here's the ICP chart. Is this it, Retta?
Yeah, keep zooming in.
Oh no, this is a different one, right?
I think so.
Yeah. No, that looks the same though. That one just went down faster though. All right, here's the ICP chart. How do you trade this? Right? You can't really trade this unless you're shorting, but if you have good fundamentals, right? You could have realized that this was probably a decent short. I know a lot of people in Discord were consulting about shorting it. They weren't giving any financial advice, as we can't give financial advice in Discord. We're just giving opinions and guidance on how to trade. But this, guys, went down. Look how much percent this has went down. Went down around 99%. In how many days? In around 40 days. Just a little dip, guys, right? We're in a bull market. We're in a bull market still.
Guys, I'll keep putting the Discord in the channel. If you can't join it, check your accounts, see if they are verified, because that might be the issue.
Think ICP will survive to the next bull market?
Yep. It's survived for the past 4 to 5 years. It just got valued at way too much and at the wrong time. If that was a bull market when it came out, we would probably see ICP sitting around $1,000. It did hit $1,000, by the way. Go back. Actually hit around 2,800. Guys, think if you bought at 2,800 or if you bought at 2,400, like people bought here, right? Be thankful that you know, that wasn't you. Someone's got it worse, you know.
I bought it.
Someone's always got it worse.
Oh
man.
no.
Bought it at that top pixel.
And even if you did buy at the top, it's just money, man. Like,
just
with the
learning
knowledge
experience.
that you get from trading, if you do it for long enough, like you'll make that money back.
Exactly. I don't regret a single thing. Like, it felt bad. It felt really bad, but you know.
Oh yeah, it's gonna suck, man, no doubt. But then you learned a valuable lesson from it,
Exactly.
And what
and
did
that'll
you
pay
learn?
off in the future.
What did you learn from doing that? Buying that pump at the top?
Don't ape into coins. You know, just don't ape.
Don't.
Yeah.
If you're doing something frantically and quickly to get in, you're probably not doing it right.
Exactly. Yeah. That's an indicator. That's like my personal indicator. If I'm doing something way too hurried up, like I want to just FOMO into something, then I know I'm not doing it right.
I think FOMO is one of the hardest things to control if you're new. It's one of the hardest because you'll see something moving and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. I need to get in now," and you'll get in, and then
Better
it'll
just
go
to
against
miss
you.
it. Yeah.
And you'll do that so many times. It happens to me so many times. Man.
Just miss it though. If you missed it, you missed it. Move on to the next one. Don't even think about it. It's just numbers and percentages. Just move on to
Yeah.
the next number and
But
percentage.
you want to go up in percentage.
Yeah,
That's the
you-
thing.
oh,
And how do you go up in percentage? You are very, very based off of TA, and you're calculated in every move you make. In a bull market, right? Through trading, if you had some sort of a guide on how to trade, you will outperform the market by a factor of at least 3x. I can guarantee you that. Let's say Bitcoin goes up 10x. If you're trading with right strategies and you guys are very, very calm, cool, collective, and you're not apes, you will outperform the market. You will. It's a tactic that if you guys want to learn it, it will be something that can stay with you for the rest of your life. If you are going to be patient, you're not going to ape into it. This is not something that you need to learn next week or in 2 weeks. This is something that you could learn I will make this course that will help a lot, but still, right? This could be something that you're learning for the entirety of your life, right? It's a investing tactic where, you know, a year from now, 2 years, 3 years from now, it's still going to be something that is very, very important. Total.
We're all George.
We can all be George. What else is there? What 3 indicators would you recommend maybe starting to learn at first?
I recommend stochastic.
EMA and probably stochastic, EMA and MACD probably. Understand, read them. No, I'm gonna say money flow index. We're gonna go
Money
to
flow.
MFI.
Money flow over MACD?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll go to a money flow index. See if I have any of these saved. I don't. Let's see. Right here, you see how we were under the what?
Sorry. I was gonna say just try to learn one indicator at a time. Don't try to overwhelm yourself and put 17 indicators on there like some experts have around.
You guys have heard of Market Cipher? Market Cipher is based off of money flow index. That's one of the best strategies you can use with it. You guys don't need to pay $500 for Market Cipher. They actually have a free one on TradingView, but it's a little bit complex. One of the main things of Market Cipher is, what is it? CYPHER. One of the main things of Market Cipher.
Vumanchu. VUMANCHU.
All right.
That's the free. That's the free one.
Here it is. B. What do you use? B.
B.
Oops.
Oh no.
All right.
You want to increase the price label size on the right side of your chart? I think that'll make it easier for everyone to.
How does one do that? I've never done that ever in my life.
The little gear there on the bottom right of your chart. After you get your indicator on there.
All right, so here we go. What do I do?
I guess people were saying that because they want to copy it. My advice is don't copy it. Just draw your own, man. Like, learn how to draw your own.
Yes, that's the whole point of this whole thing is to learn it. But yeah, whatever.
Oh, here we go. We're putting it on grandma mode.
Yeah,
you old people.
Mode.
Jesus, ugly.
Grandma needs to watch her soaps.
Can you guys see it? Probably helps a lot, right? No, I apologize. All right, so Fu Manchu.
Stream was just catching up. I see that. Yeah.
Throw on both of these. Why is Luke throwing the indicator? Which one is
the top one? Yeah, the top one. I think.
There's text. Yeah.
All right, so what this is showing is right here. We see the money flow going upwards and then downwards. I need Chris Hagerman, who's CEO of Market Cipher, to explain this. Some guy in our Discord is an expert at Market Cipher. But when you see this yellow, I'm guessing this is money flow right here. When you see this come up, guys, look at how it relates to this money flow, right? You see it come up, right? Then you start to see some sort of downtrend in the money flow, right? This is when you would know that we are possibly going down, right?
No, I think it's the red. The red is the, if you scroll back a bit, you'll see the green. Scroll back a bit. Yours might look a bit different to mine. So yeah, yeah. I know one of them's a VWAP because I constantly look at it and I'm like, which one's which? But yeah, the red. It's red at the moment. That means money's coming out, right?
You guys want to know what You want to know what money flow is? It's just volume, but in a indicator, right? It's volume in a graph form, right? It's not these bars. It's volume, but in some sort of graph format, right? This is really what money flow is.
That's a little bit complicated. How would one decipher what they're looking at?
There's a video from the guy that made it. It's on YouTube somewhere.
The answer I was looking for.
It's can I shill the guy's name quickly? Because I watched it and I learned about it.
Yeah, go ahead, shill his name in.
Crypto Face. I think he was in.
I'll find the channel.
He's one of the developers or something like that. Like, yeah, he did a video about it, talking about what each, because there's a combination of indicators. You got money flow. I think there's a stochastic in there. There's a couple of other things. I'm not 100% sure on what they all do, but yeah, there's money flow in there. But yeah, if you watch those videos, you'll get a better understanding of it.
It's about a 45-minute video.
No. It's like it's in 4 parts. There's like part 1,
All right.
part 2 where he takes a trade with it. Crypto Face, his name is.
All right, so you see how we have this upwards consolidation. We don't have any large movements in prices. They're still showing that the bears are still in control. They were able to shoot this market down without a large pushback up. So let's throw these off. Right, so what do we see up here? We kind of saw a little bit different of a movement, but kind of, upwards consolidation and a push. Let's look back last time we had a dip. What did we see? Upwards consolidation and then a push down, right? This is when New York opened, I believe. Let me go into the sessions. If you guys want to figure out when these market makers are coming online, this is when volume goes up. This is when these people with more money than you are going to be able to trade. And this is when you see the volatility, is when these markets open and when these markets close. We are approaching market close in very, very close, right? 6 minutes. We will be closing markets down. So we're going to see some volatility here in a second. Normally they wait a little bit. Let's go to, where is it? It's chart champions. Look up chart champions. Here it is, sessions. Whoops. What? There we go. Look at Asia opens, market dumps after, right? Pre-Asia, look at, they pump up the market, then they dump the market, right? You guys see how this happens? Asia close. What'd they do before they closed? They pumped down the market. Look at New York close. What happened? They pumped up the market, or actually they didn't. They just had this one green candle, right? Don't have a clock.
I need to get that
5:25.
indicator.
It's completely free. I do suggest using it. It's chart champions 3. So we're probably going to see volatility slow down, right? Probably what's going to happen. What happened when New York opened today, guys? Let's do a little quiz, right? New York opened. Let's go on a different time frame so we can see it. All right, here's the New York open, right? What'd they do, guys? They pumped it up and then they shot it down. This is when volatility increases. Look at right when they open. Look at this volatility increase down here. This is actually when they open as well on this candle because they're open 30 minutes before. Oh, this is actually pre-New York, P-New York. You look at the times, right? They shot it down. They shot the market down.
Angry New York.
The New York reversal. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by the Tokyo drift.
Guess what? El Salvador Bitcoin adoption is rejected by world banks. Not surprised.
Ouch.
Not much volume, guys. Look at, when did New York close? By this candle, volume went down. Look how high the volume was right here. Right? This is New York doing their shenanigans. This is them closing. Volume went up a little bit before they closed. Then slowly trickling down. Not going to be much action in the market. Just a lot of retailers going at it. Retailers in Wales, not institutions. All right, so I think it's about time to possibly wrap this up soon, right? Good 2-hour session. Going to be going to the Discord, ending the stream probably here in a second. We are looking like we're about to push below this little trend line, or this little resistance line. We broke through this trend line, so could come down, hit this one, but we are in a downtrend still. This is the middle of the trend right here. This is where we see price action, middle line in this trend. I will be uploading a video today on TradingView, right? How to use TradingView, how you can get comfortable with TradingView. And we'll be doing that tutorial series, knocking out those videos, guys. Be prepared. Do want to change this YouTube crypto thing, give you guys successful strategies, right? I'm literally going to be giving you guys A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way through Z on how to trade, what strategies you can use to be successful, all the above. And it's just going to be a great, fabulous time. We've been doing it in the Discord already. It's been going great. It's been going absolutely amazing. Putting them into videos, right? Putting them into videos. I will probably be posting some of these Discord streams where we go over education on what trading strategies to use, how to trade, like this stream kind of was. Have some videos that I will upload, guys. Look forward to those. And I'm going to be doing shorter videos explaining in depth every single thing you need to know.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm going to be ending the stream there. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a great rest of your day.
The song.